Tarot, and this is your someone is reaching out to you tarot card reading. Now we're going to zoom in, hone in on who's reaching out with the astrology reading cards, give you guys a personality breakdown with the zodiac, and then we're going to do a tarot spread. So here we go with your first card. But first, if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description for a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop. Oops! I said the outro in the mid-tro. Here you go. Your first card is Libra. Lots of you guys are familiar with Libra. You guys share a Venus, so you have some synergy there. And the energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So this energy is extremely intellectual, charming. You'll notice a lot of charisma with this one, but then they have their quirks to them. They like a touch of classiness in everything that they do. That's how you know you're dealing with the person that you're dealing with is a Libra, or having that Libra-like tone to them. Then we have Virgo, and the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So we have Virgo giving us the earthy vibe, a practical person, somebody who likes to be of service, very helpful, but at times can be lazy, a little mysterious as well, conservative about their personality, personal interests, and yeah, they got a lot of friends. All right, and finally we have Cancer. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. And with Cancer, yes, you do have the sensitivity, but you also have this creative, gentle soul who is nurturing, just like the archetype of a mother, but also in friendship. They think of the things, they think to be thoughtful, and they customize and personalize things to you because they're paying attention to your personality, and they're borderline psychic, right? Okay, so that is your archetype or personality type. And we're gonna figure out what in the heck, like what's related to why they're reaching out. Because this personality is not of the most dramatic, but I do see some moodiness and some sensitivity there. And justice, balancing relationships. So why is this person reaching out? We're gonna figure that one out. Here's your first card. Oh my goodness. This was a jumper. It was the Magician, Angel of Magic, manifestation. Your next card is the Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands, dominant, almost feminine energy. I am woman, hear me roar type energy. Then we have the World. There's some of the why, bigger themes. Then, some of you know, the Hierophant. Okay, Angel of Blessings. This was Angel of Success, by the way. And finally, the Chariot in reverse. Interesting that the last three were in reverse. I wonder if you can see everything. Can you? Let's go see. Okay, so I like it. I like there's a lot of big themes here with the four major arcana cards. We have some reversals. We got some color. We got a lot going on here. So let's get into it. So we enter with communication, and we already knew the communication was coming, hence the title. The Magician is saying this person is going to communicate, whether it's electronically or because they have been traveling. Let's either in your local neighborhood for other reasons, and then they're like, okay, let me just get in touch. Or I mean, heck, they could just be traveling to come see you, talk to you. I mean, after they've messaged you. But either way, this is a manifestation of like willing this person to be there. It connects some type of dreaming with Cancer. It's like you dreamt about this person recently, or you were thinking about them deeply recently, and then this person all of a sudden is communicating with you, which is very interesting. And the Queen of Wands energy, it's giving me this whole, it's fiery, right? So it's like I'm planning activities for us to do, or I'm getting excited. Let me start cleaning. Let me start, like, you know, my juices are going. So now let's talk about the action. Are we gonna stay at your place or my place? Like, what are we doing now? What do you want to do now? Like, getting hot and heavy, getting kind of like, what's next? Ooh, and excitement with the Queen of Wands. We all know she'd be doing too much, right? But not too much where it's like detrimental. It's just it's from the enthusiasm, it's from the excitement, and she gets creative, just like Cancer. So there's sensitivity behind it. And with that, I would be like, okay, well, if you're excited, if you're excited and you feel compelled to improve your environment and stuff like that, and get all perked up, like maybe get your hair removed and your hair done and your eyebrow, like if you're gonna do any of that stuff in the name of this person communicating and getting with you, reassign the actions. So I'm doing this for me, so that if anything happens, no matter what, you're good. You're like, oh, I look good, I should do this more often. Like, do it for the experience rather than for a person, so that you can stay in that energy. So then we have the World card, personal transformation. Again, while we're doing this stuff, we have to create these boundaries, right? So for example, the one that I just gave you, but the World card, it introduced that Saturn energy of being organized. So creating a structure and keeping your boundaries with people. I think that emotions can be just thrown out the window, especially with this impulsive, fiery energy with Cancer energy. This, like, you don't want to just like fall into their arms and whatnot. Like, you want to, if you're sensitive, that means you have to manage your emotion instead of like letting it dictate what you do without any critical thinking. Now the World card is the opposite of that. So you have to pay attention to that when the card's in reverse. You have to pay attention that you're not just kind of going with your emotions, and you're making practical decisions. And that's why you want to do it beforehand. Then we have the Hierophant here, Angel of Blessings. This is also a card that's associated with Taurus. And this is a card of commitment. It's a card of tradition. It's a card of just kind of being a counselor or a wise teacher, spiritual teacher of some sort. This card is in reverse. Now with this Cancer sensitivity and some of that Virgo and Libra energy, we get somebody that if they're on their off days, if they're thinking in their self-interest like if they're on their shadow self kick for a bit, they may be susceptible to breaking commitments. They may be the type to fizzle out on a drive and like just get excited then not excited anymore. It's so hot and cold, and maybe even string you along as far as a commitment, like make you think that it's coming and then just keep moving forward without that actual commitment. So this person might be reaching out with that type of verbiage. Hey, I just want to see what you're doing. Hey, but are you reaching out because you think we're meant to be and we should be forevermore? You want to have a pizza? Why are you changing the subject? How come you don't? What are we? These conversations are difficult to have with these types of people. They're evading things. But again, boundaries being called into question. That's why you gotta get those sentences together while they're just trying to evade questions or trying to avoid labels. I mean, I'm not saying be too intense, but just like the bare minimum, kind of like just make sure I'm not getting into something that I would not sign up for. That's all I'm trying to work out. Right? So this person may not be providing commitment or any type of traditional value right away, but there is hope because the Hierophant is still present in the reading. Towards the end of the reading, there may be an emphasis on that whole subject, and before that, it could, if you put a little effort in, you could flip it around, So anyways, the Chariot here is associated with Cancer, and this is supposed to mean drive, determination, like that person that like at the family reunion, they've been overseas because they've been doing some big stuff, like, and you're like so proud because you're connected to them through family somehow, and they come in and it's like this big entrance and everyone's like whoa, right? It's like the Chariot. That's the Chariot entrance. Now there's sensitivity behind it because the reason they got to that level is because they have a extra exponentially better perception of life and manifestation and creation and all that stuff, which we kind of got a glimpse of with the Magician card. But the Chariot is giving us that whole, maybe they are normally represented like that, but they're coming in with kind of like I need a reminder or some type of off energy that will take a little bit more effort for them to get driven and determined. But if that drive and determination isn't there when they show up, I feel like, this is like a little trailer for what's to come as far as like, okay, we need boundaries, structure, we got to take care of that. We need to figure out what we're doing as far as, is this a commitment or not? Like what direction are we headed in? And when we're heading in that direction, the drive, the determination needs to be clear so that we can flip it around and know what we're, basically you need to be like, what are we? Like, what are we doing? Like, I need to be aware of what we're doing at all times. So I don't know what you're doing. You feel me? So this is bigger theme stuff. Bigger theme stuff means bigger thighs. I'm kidding, not thighs. Bigger themes mean like, this person matters. There's a spiritual tied to you and this person. 4 major arcana and some spice and heat from the fiery Queen of Wands means there's action. There's action, but there are big themes. There's like, it's like when somebody goes, you have work to do. It's like, what do you mean? Like what do you mean? Like, you know, but they mean it in like a spiritual way. Like, you have work to do. Like, really, I'm gonna go to the washroom right now and release my bowels. Is that part of the plan? I don't know. Alright, anyways, there it is. That's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description for a link to the website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop where I sell candles. Woo! Alright. Anyways, happy holidays if I don't get to your sign before then. Bye!